Namaste. This is Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in the University Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur, located in Rajasthan. Today I am going to discuss about the module mod, and all we know that mod is an important topic, important component of the measure of central tendency. And measure of central tendency is a very important subject of the statistics and mathematics, and it has many different applications. Measure of central tendency, which is the study of the average value or the central value of the data, and measure of central tendency has the different components, like one of the component is arithmetic mean, second is the median, next is the mod, and mod is our today's topic. Next component of the measure of central tendency is geometric mean, and one more component is there, that is the harmonic mean. So all these are the components of the measure of central tendency, and but we can say the mean, median and mod are the components, primary components of the measure of central tendency. So mod is one of the component of measure of central tendency, and it can be defined as the data with the highest frequency present in our data series, present in our frequency distribution. So that is called the mod. But in general, this can be defined, it cannot be defined in this way. It can be defined also in this way, that the mod is that value of the data around which the most of the data just concentrated. So that means mod is that value of the data around which most of the data are existing, are present there. So that value of the data is called the mod. So mod is an important part, and in the today's lecture we see how just we can calculate the mod for different series. So let us start, and for this we take some formulas and examples to understand this, and we are going to share some some slides there. So in this case the mod is initially defined, and mod is often said to be that value in a series which occurs most frequently, or which has the highest frequency. But not exactly true. It is not exactly true for every frequency distribution. It is very important point that this definition of the mod is not exactly true for every frequency distribution. And besides this, or rather than, we can also define the mod in this way, that the mod is that value around which the items means the observations tend to concentrate most heavily, and around which the most number of data are coming in. There are just few methods to find mod, and for the different kind of series, like all we know that here there are three kinds of series: individual series, and the ungrouped data, and the group data. So initially we can see the method of to find mod for the case of the ungrouped data. In the ungrouped data, you can see there by the example, one example is shown on the screen, and question is that find the mod for this series. So the data are given that 8, 9, 11, 15, 16, 12, 15, 3, 7 and 15. So these are the data, and we can just observe that these data are written in the series of called ungrouped form or the individual series form. So mod is that value which is coming more frequently, or just most number of times. So you can see there just 15 is that data which is coming most frequently in this series, because 15 is present there 3 times, and no other data than 15 is presenting 3 or more than 3 times. That's why the mod of the series is 15, and 15 is the answer for the mod. Next, calculation of mod in case of group data. In case of the group data, mod is given by n naught, and it can be determined by a formula that n naught is equal to L plus f1 minus f naught divided by the whole divided on the division by 2f1 minus f naught minus f2 into I. So this is a formula, and by which we can calculate the mod of the series. And initially, first we have to find the model class interval for the given data series. The model class interval is that class interval which has the highest frequency. Okay, so model class interval is that value of the data which has the highest frequency, and it means L is the lower limit of the that model class interval, and f1 is the frequency of the model class interval. f1 is the frequency of that model class interval, while f0 is the frequency of the previous model class interval, and f2 is the frequency of just next class interval's frequency. So f0 is the previous class interval frequency, and f2 is the frequency of the next class interval, then the model class interval. And I representing here the width of the class interval. Sometimes in other books or in other writers uses the width of the class interval by h also. So now one example is given that here to understand that how can we find the mod, and in this question we are given that sales and number of companies. So sales are given that in the class interval form, while the number of companies are given that in the form like 12, 18, 25 and so on. So the question is here to find mod for the 100 companies. So in this way, first we will make a table for the sales and the number of companies. Just we will make a table with 2 columns and different rows and put the values in this table. Now we can observe 30 is the highest frequency in this table. So 30 is the highest frequency of the table. Then corresponding to this 64 to 66 should be the model class interval, and if 64 to 66 is model class interval, then we have to use the formula to find the mod of the data. So 64 should be the lower limit of model class interval, it is the lower limit. Then 30 is the f1 value, f1 frequency. Just before this here 25 should be the value of f0, and 10 just after the 30 means that is the frequency of model class interval. So 10 is just after the model class interval and its frequency is 10. So 10 should be the value of f2. Now just we have to we have to put these values in the formula to find mod. So mod m0 is given by L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 multiplied by I. So I, that means which is the width of the class interval, and that is coming there 2. Now we can see just in the previous slide. So yes, it is 2 is the width of the class interval, and 64 is the lower limit. f1 is 30, f0 is 25, and f2 is there 10. So just put the values in this formula and calculate. So then the value of the mod is coming there 64.6, and in this case we have found it. Calculation of mod is the case of discrete series. In the case of discrete series means where the data are given in the form of x and the frequencies are also given along this. So we can see this example there, and in which marks are given that a number of experiments are given, and we can observe there just how can find the mod here. Mod can be just calculated by just inspection method. Let's see what is the highest frequency of the in this question here. So 24 is the highest frequency present in the question, and just corresponding to 24, which is the highest frequency, the data means mark is here, that is 15. So 15 is the data with highest frequency 24, and this should be the answer. This should be the answer for the mod. Mod can also be determined by indirectly or using the formula, also known as formula that is called empirical formula. Empirical formula, that means mod is equal to 3 into median minus 2 into mean. So this formula, mod is equal to 3 into median minus 2 into mean, is known as empirical formula, and this method can also be used to find mod where the highest frequency is not unique. That means there are 2 or 3 or more like the data with the highest frequency. Means if more than 2 or 3 data with highest frequency are repeated, then empirical formula can be used to find mod. Now symmetrical distribution. When a distribution is symmetrical, then in that case mean, median and mod, all the 3 terms are equal. So it is very important point when the symmetrical distribution is there, means the distribution is symmetrical. Okay, so that it means the 3 values, mean, median and mod, will be same there. Asymmetrical distribution. Asymmetrical distribution are following types: positively skewed and negatively skewed. So in the positively skewed distribution, mean will be greater than to median and median will be greater than to mod, while in the negatively skewed distribution, the mean is less than to median and median is less than to mod. So it means in both distribution, positive and negative, median will be at center, and and mean and mod will be interchanged according to positively and negatively skewed distribution. Now next, in the last, we take the part of the merits and the demerits of mod. So in many cases it can be find inspection. So mod, there are various positive points to find mod. Like first point is there that it can be calculated just by the inspection method. Next, it is not affected by the extreme values. So mod is not affected by the extreme values, just it is the data with the highest frequency. Next, it can be calculated for distributions with open-end classes. So it can also be calculated for distribution with open-end classes, and it can be located graphically. So it is a very important point, very useful point, that it can be just located graphically. So it is important part of the measure of center dispersion. Now demerits of the mod. It is not based on all values. Because it is not based on all values, it is just the data with highest frequency. That's why it is not a very good measure of center tendency. It is not capable of further mathematical treatment, and it is much affected by sampling fluctuations. So just in the today's lecture we have seen the topic of mod, which is an important part of the measure of central tendency, and we have seen today's various different methods, to calculate mod, and we have understand by the examples also. So with this I conclude my today's lecture. Thank you.